What's that? Who there? Whoa.
Walk us through that origin story, because I know, I was researching for this interview, and I know there's an interesting story about how you were working and started to feel the fatigue, and I think a lot of people probably feel that. So take us through that origin story, and then I want to dive into kind of how you assess the market opportunity.
Yeah, for sure. So when I got to Downtown Project, like I said, definitely not a normal startup that you're part of. I did 350 million building this whole downtown area. Pretty cool experience, but it was the Wild West. We had no idea if projects were going to make money or lose money. And we're talking about projects that are, $1 million to $25 million. And they basically kind of like threw me in. They're like, figure this out. And I'm like, okay, I've never taken a finance class. I do know Excel, but I think that's one of the things that I think anyone who's in any sort of like early stage company, whether they're starting it or they're just starting out early on, I think that I got really good advice one time, like Google your way to victory, right? So just like, don't ask for everything. Don't expect that you're going to be taught it. Just like the internet is an amazing place. Just like figure out how to do stuff and be resourceful. And that was all really cool, but it did mean that I was in front of Excel for like 12 hours a day, eventually building these financial models, trying to figure out what concepts are going to make money, how they're not going to make money, how to tweak them to make money. And it really became important on that front. And my eyes just started to absolutely kill me. And I remember one time I got home from work. It might be like 8:30. I'm a big basketball fan. I wanted to watch this. I think it was the Warriors at the time. So it was like probably 2013. So they're just starting to, get better. And I was like, all right, I'm going to watch the Warriors game, chill out, have a beer. I couldn't even watch the game. I was like, my eyes were so exhausted. I was like, this sucks. And kind of looked around and had been noticing, half of my coworkers, half of my friends are complaining about the exact same type of stuff. And I'm like, why is this a thing? And so start to look and start talking to optometrists and ophthalmologists. I'm interested. It's a problem. I'm hearing a lot of people talking about it. I'm like, why is this a thing? And, talking to enough optometrists, ophthalmologists, you learn that blue light, which comes off of any screen, which most people are familiar with, right? It's high energy light that comes off of any amount of screen, and glare, which is coming off any screen. Those things are going to create a lot of these issues around your eye, the headaches, the dry eyes, the blurry vision, the eye fatigue. Gets categorized as like digital eye strain. And if you can filter blue light, you can eliminate glare, you can create this more comfortable experience. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to get some of these. And there are two options. They're either these like crazy yellow lens hunting goggle type glasses that make you look like one of the X-Men. Or there are these clear lenses that all these optometrists and ophthalmologists are like, yeah, they don't really do anything. It's placebo. And I'm like, why can't there be both? Like, why can't I look like a normal person, feel good about what I'm wearing, putting on my face, and at the same time have something that's effective? And that's kind of how the genesis started to happen. Like, how do you make someone's eyes feel good, but make them feel good, then feel confident in who they are? And, since we launched in 2016, we've grown a lot, and, our positioning has changed a lot since then. It's matured a lot. At this point, we like to say that we're a digital wellness company, right? So we ultimately really care about improving the relationship that people have with their technology. And we believe, because we're able to do that on a daily basis, that if you're able to do that, you're able to, empower people to live happier, healthier, more productive lives in a screen-filled world, right? They're happier because their eyes don't kill them at the end of the day. They're able to be more productive. They're able to work that extra 2 hours. But that is how it all started, and now how we've kind of transitioned.
Yeah, it's a massive problem. And I feel like, so I was on the computer. I'm sure most people my age, your age, were on the computer a lot in school, but we weren't constantly also on our phones, like computer, phone, TV, phone, computer, tablet. Like, it screens nonstop. And so it's a massive issue that's not going away. Usually I ask founders, when they're approaching a market where there is some kind of incumbent already, like, what was the core unique insight that they saw that others were missing? But it kind of feels like you were one of the first, if not the first, in this kind of consumer eyewear market for blue light. And so I guess to flip the question around to you, how did you validate early on that people were willing to spend to solve this problem? You knew people had it because you looked around, everybody's itching their eyes, but how did you think about that strategically?
Yeah, it's a great question. So, in 2015, I left Downtown Project and started building out an MVP. and had multiple beta tests with friends to figure out, what was working, what wasn't working, get feedback from them. But again, they were friends, right? And then in the summer of 2015, I met my co-founder through a friend, and he was working. His name's Chris Benedict, and Chris was working at UBS at their hedge fund in front of 4 screens. Was like kind of share the same vision. Why is this not a thing? And so we got working, and initially we said, all right, 2 smart guys, Venture for America, UBS, just like good backgrounds. It was at a time when direct to consumer was raising a ton of money early. Like Away Luggage had raised $2 million pre-revenue, no idea, like just an idea.
Yeah, just on a sketch.
Just on a sketch, yeah. And we started doing pitch meetings, and people just kind of were like, no, you're not going to build a market. No one builds a market. You're especially at the time we were selling glasses specifically that were non-prescription, right? So now we offer prescription, we offer readers, we offer non-prescription, but at the time it's just like people who didn't need glasses were going to wear glasses, and they're like, that's not going to happen. And we just we said, we think this is a big enough problem that we're hearing from enough people. The problem's living right underneath the surface, and you can create a solution that is really rewarding, is a really amazing experience from both a functional, hey, I'm getting rid of my headaches, my eye strain, but also from a fashion, hey, I look great in my glasses. Then, if you can solve both of those things, we thought that we could have something there. And instead of launching and doing, a ton of marketing up front and everything else, we were incredibly scrappy. We're basically paying ourselves enough money for rent, and that was it. And from January through April of 2016, we launched in a private beta where we actually did these office try-on programs. So we go into offices all around New York, work with like Spotify and Barclays and LinkedIn and WeWork and Uber, and we go and we say, hey, we'll give 50 of your employees free pairs of these glasses for 2 weeks. It's a fun trial period, something that a culture team can offer. We'll do all the legwork, so you don't have to do anything. And at the end, they can either purchase out of their own pocket or they can return them, and we'll kind of facilitate the drop-offs, the pickups, anything else. And so it's really, really easy for culture teams to say, yeah, this is a cool thing, let's do it. And we were seeing about 1 in 3 people were buying them at the end. Now, they had no idea what Felix Gray was. They had no idea what Blue Light was. They just knew the product was working and they looked good. And then we get even more people that would email us, like when we picked them up on Friday, the following Wednesday, we'd always get emails. Hey, actually, my eyes are killing me. I really wasn't noticing this until I've been wearing them. Can you come back? Because we weren't even shipping online at the time. And from there, we knew that we had something. And we knew that, when we were in front of like a couple thousand people, and a lot of these people are enjoying the product without knowing anything about a brand, and it's just the product works and it's good, we knew we had something there, and then we were able to launch from then.